welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, and I'm here with your readings for October the 28th through November the 3rd. Now, if you are here for the first time, welcome. I'm so happy that you found my channel, and I do hope that you will come back. And if you are returning, guys, you're my heart. Thank you. I really appreciate your support and your love. I really do. Now, these readings are for the collective. They're for your sun, moon, and rising, but they're for the collective. So just take what resonates and just drop the rest. I really appreciate all the new subscribers. Thank you, guys. And all the likes and the shares and the comments. It was amazing. Thank you. I really love interacting with you. Now, these reading... Oh, so listen, they're for the collective. If you would like a personal reading, and that's what I live to give, personal readings. I really love that. Click on this link here, and that will take you to my website. You can see all the kind of different readings I offer. And what else? I have a Facebook group too. And the Facebook group is a private group. You can just request to enter to become a part of it. And I post different things up there. And every 2 weeks, I do a live feed just in that group. And so whoever shows up for the live feed, we look at, their horoscope, and we see how I do it to correlate with the new moon and the full moon, whatever's happening at the time, right? So I just did one last night for the new moon in Scorpio. That was Friday night. I'm recording this on Saturday, so Sunday is the new moon. So I do that every 2 weeks, and I also answer questions with the tarot. So it's fun. We have a good time in there. People are posting positive stuff. It's really nice. So the link to that will be below. If another way to support this channel, guys, and I would really appreciate that, is through Patreon. You can click on this link. Check out my Patreon page. You can support me for as little as $1 a month, which is, I can really do a lot with that, and it'll support my creative content. There's so much more I want to do. Anyway, if you can't, that's fine. Don't worry. Like, share, comment. It's all good. So anyway, what else? These readings come in 3 sections. The intro, then there's the Astrology Report, and then there is the tarot card reading section. So there are skip times to all 3 in the show more section below. So if you're looking from a phone, it's a little down arrow, click on that, and you can see all the links to the other videos will be in there too. So you can skip on to, your sun, moon, and rising. So without further ado, let's go to the tarot. Sorry, not the tarot. Listen, Mercury's about to go retrograde, so communication gets messed up. That's me. I'm going to apologize in advance for any mistakes I make. So, let's go to the Astrology Report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the Astrology Report section of your reading. And we have a couple of aspects that are happening on Monday and Wednesday, but I'm not going to go over them because I went over them last week when I was talking about the new moon in Scorpio. So on Thursday, the 31st, wait for it, Mercury stations retrograde. At 11:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, actually, because we're still in daylight time. It's the summer. And that is until November the 20th when it stations direct. So listen, everyone knows about Mercury retrograde because it happens so frequently. Mercury moved into Scorpio on October the 3rd, and because of this retrograde, it will stay in Scorpio for over 2 months, roughly 2 months and a week. So it stations direct on December the 9th. So when it moves into Sagittarius. Now, think about Scorpio for a moment, right? Scorpio is deep and intense. Scorpio wants authenticity, loyalty, the truth. They are the detectives of the zodiac. They research and they dig deep to get to the root and the truth, because knowledge, right? Because knowledge gives one power. Knowledge is power, and so that's what they're searching for. Now, however, they are not so open about themselves. In fact, they're quite secretive. It takes a long time to get to know a Scorpio. So now think about Mercury, right? So Mercury is the planet of thought, process, intellect, and communication. It also kind of rules over electronics, mechanics, and short distance travel. It has been traveling. Mercury has been traveling with Venus now for a couple of months. And they've been traveling kind of neck and neck. You know, one goes first and the other one. They've been taking over, but they've been basically together since the beginning of September, I think. Now, as Mercury travels next, Venus is the planet of beauty, relationship, art, finance. So thoughts and aspirations were concentrated in those areas, with an exploration on how to control those aspects in your life, right? So, as I said before, Mercury rules electronics and mechanics and short distance travel. So when Mercury goes retrograde, things can go awry. You know, electronics can break down. You may find that you get a flat tire, something, your engine light goes on. I mean, for me, I can't even tell you, we've been in the shadow, by the way, of Mercury retrograde for about 9 or 10 days. So that means that has been in effect, right, for this long. And I have so many things I've got this kind of restaurant cappuccino machine that just went. It just went. I've had it years and years and years. And trying to get that, it weighs a ton. Trying to get that to a repair shop, forget it. Anyway, I was thinking about doing it myself, and then I rethought. But things like that go wrong. Your computer can go awry. Wi-Fi can go in and out. I may have problems uploading my videos. And also there are delays getting, like, in public transportation. So just look, give yourself extra time to get to work or to appointments, because just allow for that, margin of error that happens with Mercury retrograde. And it's better to be careful, right, than to be stressed and late. So expect delays, right? And then we also, during this time, we tend to miss the details. We kind of see the bigger picture, and we don't, we have a blind spot for details. So people say, or astrologers say, don't sign any contracts during this time, right? Well, look, this happens so often. So you can sign contracts, but you have to really search it mindfully and get several people to check off on it too. So it's like double and triple checking everything that you do, because we do have the tendency to miss things. So it's really important to do that. Now, Mercury also rules communication. So can be a lot of miscommunication. We can take things the wrong way, or we can hear something that wasn't said, but you said that. No, I didn't. Right. So, and also we can, things like when I'm speaking on these videos, I can say something I mean something else, but I've said something totally different. So that can happen. And also be careful, because this happened to me a few times. Make sure that you are sending the text to the right person, or the email. Double check the recipient of your emails and your texts. It's very important, because a lot of mistakes happen during this time. So, look, Mercury in retrograde gives us an opportunity to go over things, to, re-look at things, to purge, to release, to perhaps do some preparation work for something that we want to launch when Mercury goes direct. So it really is a good time to kind of do all the back end work, right? So this gives us an opportunity. It kind of slows us down and allows us to do that. So now on November the 1st, the very next day, Friday, November the 1st at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time, Venus moves into Sagittarius. And this is where Venus and Mercury part ways. Venus goes back through Mercury goes back through Scorpio and Venus moves into Sagittarius. Now, when by the time Mercury goes direct and moves into Sagittarius on December 9th, Venus will be halfway through Capricorn, so it's way ahead. Now, as Venus moves into Sagittarius, she spreads her wings and flies. She's like, free at last, born free as the wind blows. I get a bit crazy, guys. I do. I sing every now and again. So she's not very comfortable in Scorpio, right? With all that intensity. But in Sagittarius, she roars. She falls in love with life. She's enthusiastic. She's agile. She's really happy. She wants to experience everything. And in relationship, she wants to share the wonders of the world with her partner. But don't get too intense with Venus in Sagittarius because she'll run away. She wants deep love with freedom. She wants the best of both worlds. If you meet someone under this aspect, you'll have a fantastic time, but you must resist the urge for possession or ownership, possessiveness, ownership or jealousy, because this will scare your lover away. Well, that's the astrological report. So let's go to your tarot reading, shall we? Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for October the 28th, the tarot card section of your reading for October the 28th through November the 3rd. Happy Halloween, by the way. I forgot to mention that in the intro. These cards are for Aquarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius for this coming week of October the 28th through November the 3rd? Aquarius, Aquarius. 3 cards for Aquarius, please. 3 wonderful. Oh, there's 1. 2 more cards for Aquarius, please. Okay. 2 more cards for Aquarius. There's another one. There are crossovers. There's cross. I can't even speak. That's that's Mercury going retrograde. 1 more card for Aquarius, please. There we go. Oh, definitely crossover, guys. You have to check your sun, moon, and rising. I wanted to sing, you got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. And people gonna make you... Anyway, don't get me started. Okay, so these are clarifying cards for Aquarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius for the week of October the 28th through November the 3rd through these clarifying cards? Please clarify. Please clarify. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Please clarify. There it is. And please clarify. Oh, bloody hell. All of them nearly fell out. Please clarify. Oh, there she is. There you. Oh my God, you've got a double indemnity. Take a look at your cards, darling. Okay, so you have the Seven of Wands clarified by the Judgment card. Then you have the Page of Swords clarified by the Page of Wands. Then you have the Queen of Swords clarified by the King of Swords. OMG, what's going on with you, Aquarius? Okay, so the first card out is the Seven of Wands. Now, the sevens mean introspective, right? They mean to go inside, meditation. This Seven of Wands, look, this is asking you to stand your ground, even when it's really uncomfortable. This is about not compromising your values. It's about taking a higher road. It's about doing things for the higher good. It's standing up for the underdog. It's standing up for your values. I usually use an analogy of being in a jury and then being on a jury, and then it's Friday night and everyone's getting sequestered if you don't all agree, and everyone's saying guilty, 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 and you're there and you're like, you don't want to be sequestered on a Friday night. You want to go home like everyone else. But in your heart, there is a doubt. And you don't want, it's not ethical to, just because you want to go home, to just say guilty when you have that doubt. So this is like, and everyone's like, giving you faces, and they're like, can't you just say guilty? And so they are not happy. And so this is when you have to it's that kind of thing. It might not be as big as that or as dramatic as that, but it is standing up for your values, Aquarius. Doing the right thing for the right reason, even when it goes against the grain and it's not a popular thing to do and everyone else is against it. It's a tough place to be, but it's important. And look, you've got the Judgment card, right? The Judgment card is karma. This is karmic. Things are going to come up and you're going to have to face them. So this could be it. It's like judgment's coming for us all. We all get judged. So you could be judged. But also the Judgment card is a call to duty. This is like, listen, hear this. This is Pluto, darling, dragging stuff up from the depths, from the sewers. The sewage is coming up. It's dirty, it stinks, but I got to deal with it. Things are being put in front of you that you have to handle, and it's not easy, but don't avoid it. Do it, and you will feel amazing after doing it. And it's like, it's cleaning up your karmic debt. It's an opportunity to clean it up. And we have all this Scorpionic and Plutonian energy coming in. There's 4 planets in Scorpio right now. And the next card up is the Page of Swords, and he's ready to attack this guy. He's a messenger, and sometimes he can deliver a message that's kind of cutting. It's the truth. He's bringing in the truth, but he may not kind of wrap it in pretty bows, and it might not feel that great to hear it. But the truth you must hear. So something is definitely coming up for you. Something's coming up. There's some truth that's going to be perhaps not easy to hear or to face even, Aquarius. But it's time to address it, and it's time to move on to the next phase of your life. You've also, look, clarifying the Page of Swords is the Page of Wands, and he's about bringing in an opportunity, right? Can be an opportunity for self-awareness and growth, but definitely, look, pages are all about moving on to the next phase of your life too. So I feel that you've got this opportunity to move forward. The truth shall set you free. Now, you've got the Queen of Swords. She's all about the truth. The Queen of Swords is, look, she's really stunning looking. She's really intelligent. Like, men swarm around her. They just don't stay very long because they can't cope with her, abrasive truthfulness, if you will. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. She tells it like it is. But she can come in when there's an opportunity there. But I'm getting the feeling that there is something going to come up for you this week that's going to be kind of challenging to handle. Sometimes this is a business opportunity that comes up for you. But I'm getting that this is, she can deliver the truth, and it doesn't feel that great. It doesn't, we can all be the Queen of Swords. It could be you delivering the truth or saying something to someone that kind of hurts their feeling. You may not even be aware. Or somebody's probably telling you something that's not, received well, And look, this is the thing. This is what happens with a Mercury retrograde. We take things the wrong way. So it's important to get our egos out of it. It's important to step back and say, don't react like we want to. It's about control, right? And it's about taking a step back and, instead of being all affronted and offended and, how dare they, take a moment and just ask yourself, what part of it can you own? It takes humility to do it sometimes, but it's important because we can't grow and we can't move forward unless we really see the truth. And you've got the King of Swords clarifying the Queen of Swords, right? And the King of Swords is the champion for justice. He wants everyone to do well. He wants, but he's also the seeker of truth and the bearer of truth. He has no problem in putting the gavel down and passing judgment on anyone if he thinks they're doing anything nefarious or underhanded. So when he comes into a reading, the urge sometimes is to get back at this person in a underhanded way kind of thing, in a manipulative or controlling way. Resist that urge to do that. And don't create any more negative karma. Just burn off your karma. Take the straight and narrow road. Don't take any curves in the road. Don't go off the road. Just make sure you keep your side of the street clean and you stay on your side. It's very important to toe the line and just do everything by the book and by the rules this week. And see what you can own, and because it's going to help you grow, it's going to help you change, it's going to help you move forward, Aquarius, thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, social media. Comment. I always answer every comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.